You know these crayon toys that Wendy's had last summer? Well, I'm going to make a giant crayon box for them out of this rickety, crusty, dusty shelf. I literally pulled this thing out of a barn at a yard sale. It's disgusting. But we're going to model it after this older box of crayons because I just like the design better. You should also tell my dad thank you in the comments for cutting these pieces out for me. But I'm using this beautiful shade of saffron yellow for the front and back piece of the box. And here is that basic box, so ready to go. Now for the stencil for the logo, I messed up a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna save my vinyl and use construction paper instead. I should not have done that, but each project has its mistake, and this is this project's mistake. Satisfying clip, ayo! And here's where the mistakes were made. You ready? Yep, crusty disaster. Beautiful. Anyway, let's focus instead on this satisfying crispy clip instead. And here's the dum-dum going back and fixing her mistake. It took an hour. But the paint is sealed, and now I'm going to add some paperboard pieces around the inside to look like the actual inside of a box of crayons, you know? But anyway, big reveal. Oh my goodness. Amazing. I'm so happy with it. There's no way that this used to be that old rickety shelf. My mind is blown. And now I need to decide, should I hang it on the wall? Should I put it on a shelf? Let me know. Today we're going to add some more crayons to this DIY crayon shelf box thing that I made like maybe a year ago. I made this box out of an old shelf that I thrifted and made it especially for these Wendy's crayon kids meal toys from 2022. And they're pretty cute. They open up and they got some crayons and a little coloring sheet inside. And now they came out with a new set. I originally saw them and they didn't even have a yellow variation available. But I was looking at this box the other day and I noticed something. You could perfectly fit in another row of crayons in there very nicely. So I caved and got the whole set on eBay. I already took this one out of the plastic and you all, listen to this. Are you kidding? Talk about crisp. So with this set, you have all the intermediate colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and red, violet. And then with the set from 2022, you just got your basic red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. So now we got like your basic color wheel going on, which is pretty cute. But now let's see how they look in the box. I'm gonna add this little piece of wood in here just to give some of the back row pieces in the middle a bit more height. Okay, I think we can all agree that's pretty stinking cute. This was a good impulse decision. I'm very happy with that. And hold up, if we did a little bit of moving around, we could make room for one more crayon. And I happen to have an extra red orange that we could customize to make, I don't know, maybe another yellow variation. Just thinking out loud. Today I'm gonna make a custom crayon to add to my Wendy's crayon box. And I bet you all will never guess what it is. I was finally able to get more of the paint that I needed to make our very own dandelion crayon Wendy's toy. Back in 2022, Wendy's made these really cute crayon toys that came with their kids' meals. So I made this wooden crayon box shelf to display them all in. And this year in 2024, they came out with another set that I also included in the box. And it still gives us enough room for one more crayon. So today I'm going to customize this extra red-orange crayon toy that I had to look like one of the infamous retired dandelion crayons. First thing I'm going to do is try to carefully, oh so carefully, remove the wrappers from both of the pieces. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and start painting it as it is. And I know you all are going to tell me to just print out a new wrapper on yellow paper, but I'm not going to do that. There's already a wrapper here. I'm just going to paint it. This is absolutely terrifying. Anytime I go outside the line, I'm just going to fill it in with Sharpie, like it never even happened. So now we got the wrapper mostly done. I went ahead and sanded the tips, so we're going to paint those next. And I know you all are going to ask why I'm not priming any of this. It's because I don't want to. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's just how I roll, okay? Now I'm going to seal everything up before we add our final detail, and hopefully it'll also help conceal some of this crustiness going on. After a couple frustrating hours, it's finally done. Our custom dandelion Wendy's crayon toy. Here it is compared to just the regular yellow. Is it perfect? No, but you know what? I spent too long on it to care, honestly. But all that really matters is how it looks in our Wendy's crayon box. Now that is a good looking box of crayons. 10 out of 10, I'd color with these.